All right, Fez, another one of your big guests on right now.
Standing by to talk to us is Al Roker from the Today Show on NBC. He's got a new show that he's producing for Spike TV that premieres tonight. It's called DEA. You can go to spike.com for more information.
Al Roker.
Hey, guys.
Welcome to the Ron and Fez Show. Another TV show for Al Roker.
Yes. Well, we had a little time off in the afternoon and thought, what the heck, let's produce another show.
It just, it shocks me, Al, that the Today Show is not enough for you. I see you on the Food Network. I see you traveling. You're running around. There's not enough out there in the world for Al Roker.
Well, you know what? It's one of these things. I've always enjoyed producing television more than being on it. I mean, I never planned to be on TV, but I got the gig, and I love what I do on the Today Show. I mean, it's the best job in the world. But I've been given some great opportunities to do some fun TV, some interesting TV, and this one on Spike tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern, is a different kind of show in that I look at it more as a documentary where we basically take you inside the DEA, you see what leads up to these busts. Talking to confidential informants, planning the logistics, the stakeouts. And then, even more importantly, after the bust, the getting the drug dealer, whether it's man or woman, to give up their source, the person above them, and slowly but surely the DEA works up the ladder till they get the kingpins. Wow. See, I tend to root for the other side, but I can understand why this would make exciting TV, Al. Well, it is. I mean, it's I think one of these things where you gotta. Everybody, I think, kind of enjoys a little bit of a voyeuristic thrill looking at something that they're not used to seeing. Right. And what are the drugs that they're after people for? What is the big drug out there that Well, they're busting people in this season. You're going to see marijuana, crystal meth, heroin, crack, cocaine. Everything out there. Prescription pills. Mm-hmm. So prescription pills, you would break into, like, you'd go after the doctors or people who steal prescription pills? A little of both. I mean, we don't get into it quite so heavily. I mean, there have been, like some of these busts, prescription pills being found. In fact, I'm doing a documentary for MSNBC about prescription pill abuse. It's a major, major problem. In fact, last year in Seattle, more people died from prescription pill abuse than from heroin overdoses. So the people in the DEA right now are seeing the fact that we don't know how personally to do prescription medicine or to give it out as big as a problem as the old war on drugs. Yeah, I mean it's growing rapidly. The prescription pill abuse problem is really growing quickly. Yeah. So is that something that you were always interested in, or just being in this show kind of got you interested? I think what had happened was about 4 years ago I did a documentary on crystal meth, and I saw what the DEA was doing, and I thought, nobody knows what these guys really do. I think this might be an interesting peek into a world that people don't normally get to see, and I think that's what, when you combine kind of like this access to a world you're not used to, combined with really compelling people, and a lot of these agents are very interesting. I think it makes for some riveting television. So how many shows do you have altogether now? Well, the shows come and go, but we've got about 5 or 6 in production right now. And you like to be involved with that many projects? It's still fun for you? Yeah, I mean, look, the trick is you hire really good people to run your shows, but you've got to keep an eye on all of them. I mean, one of the people has been my idol for the longest time was Dick Clark. This was years and years before he had his stroke. I remember going out to L.A. to try to sell a show, and it was a young company, we're just getting started, and I remember coming out the door from this pitch. And there was Dick Clark sitting ready to go in to pitch a show. And I'm thinking, wow, Dick Clark actually goes out and pitches shows? I mean, he doesn't have people who does that for him. So, who do that for him. So I always remember that. That's, you've got, if you aren't really involved, if it's your company and you're not involved, then you may as well give up now. So is it fun for you to pitch shows? You get a big kick out of that? Yeah, I think, it's part of the sale. You're trying to make the sale, trying to convince somebody, hey, this is a great show. It's a show you believe in, and let's take a look. And does that tie in with your broadcasting background? You still feel like when you're on the Today Show, you feel like you're pitching? No, look, it's two different skill sets. One is kind of being on air, kind of performing in a sense, and relating to people. Because at the end of the day, that's what television. If you're on TV, whether you're doing news or you're doing entertainment or whatever, you're relating to other people. So and that's what we do in a sense, really one person at a time. We got that audience, the audience outside.
We're talking with Al Roker, standing by, comedian Jim Norton.
Jim Norton has called the show?
Jim Norton has called the show.
Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy.
Hey, can you hear me, Ronnie?
Yeah, you're on with Al Roker.
Hi, Al.
Hi, Jim.
I'm not too sure. I'm on a Bluetooth connection, so I'm sorry if I cover ground that's already been covered. But I was just curious.
Jim, you sound like you're calling from Mars.
Yeah, no, I'm calling from inside a vehicle. I was wondering if you felt any.
Are you moving at the same time?
No, I have an iPhone, which is actually.
Are you driving?
No, but I am in a vehicle. But I'm.
Oh, so you've pulled over to the side of the road.
Yes, I am very.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're practicing safe driving.
Now, what I wanted to ask you was, did you feel there was any inconsistency? Because you were pretty instrumental in getting IMUS dumped. Did you feel there was any inconsistency in that, and then apologizing for the epilepsy joke afterwards?
This has to do with what?
Now, you were pretty instrumental in getting Don Imus fired.
Right.
You had a pretty...
I disagree with that, but okay.
All right, Jim, so you're asking something about the Imus firing?
Yeah, what I'm saying is, since Al was instrumental in getting Don fired through blogging, I'm wondering, did you feel there was any inconsistency when a month later you made an epilepsy joke and apologized for it where you felt Don's apology wasn't good enough?
Well, first of all, look, it's off topic, and I appreciate trying to ambush somebody. But anyway,
I'm not ambushing you, Al. I'm not ambushing.
First of all, just shut up and let me talk. First of all, I was not instrumental in getting Don Imus fired. Okay? I don't make decisions. I'm not in management at NBC or CBS Radio. Okay? So that's first off. Okay? Secondly, Don Imus had a history of making these comments. Yeah. I made one insensitive remark. Granted, it was insensitive, and I apologize for it. So you're trying to compare apples and oranges.
You're right, I am, because and I'll say it like this. You were instrumental in the sense that even in your blog you say people have been asking you how you felt about it, and I know that means people at NBC.
No, they didn't. No, you're misquoting my blog.
People weren't asking you how you felt about it?
Did you hear that? Did you read that in the blog?
That people were asking you how you felt about it? Yes. Yes. And you were saying that you felt Don has to go right now, despite the fact
I did not say that in the blog. Didn't say it. But anyway, we're off topic.
So, right, back on topic. It is different apples and oranges.
I'm not talking about this anymore.
Why not?
Because I didn't call to talk about Don Imus.
Yeah, but you didn't mind blogging about it.
Okay. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
All right. All right, Jim, thanks for calling. Al, your show that you called to talk about is on tonight. And he's gone.